Alright guys, so we're back with the car, and we've done some things. So this has been done over a couple weekends. Last weekend, probably not even the whole weekend, probably like 2, 3, 4 hours. I lost fucking count because shit kept happening where I kept having to step away from the car, look for tools, look for other shit, trying to do some other shit around the house. So that's why I can't really give a count. So, everything pretty much has it came off. This was the dash, all that shit came off. And getting down to it, I'm just like, just strip it all out for now, and then try to mount the steering wheel and tie up the harnesses on. I guess use some self taps and use just some clamps to keep them up there. The wiring when I get it in. So yeah. But anyways, back to what this video is really about. It's an unboxing of my Microsquirt. And if you get your Microsquirt, you're gonna get serial cable right here. It's gonna come a female. It's like an aux cord jack. I forgot what size. You have your female serial cable, 9 pin. You're gonna have to order an adapter to USB. Unfortunately, I couldn't track this one all of a sudden. All of a sudden it showed this one wasn't moving, so went down to your local Best. If you go down to your local Best Buy, they usually have one in stock. So to note, when you go down to Best Buy and you're buying one of these things, there are two different ones. There is I think it's a VGA cable, the USB. That's not the one you want. That's for video, I believe. And then there's a RS232 cable. That's what this is, a serial cable. So just a quick note before you go down there. And this one's more expensive than this one. This was like $6. This was $15. The only real good part about, I guess for me, going to go get this $15 one is that I know what the hell it does and that it works. This one, eBay and Amazon all day long, but it's just half the price. Might work, might not work, and it's a hit and miss from every review I see. So usually I hear it doesn't work, so I'm guessing they're either buying a VGA. And one of the comments actually said I was trying to buy a VGA cable and I ended up buying a serial cable. It screams about the poor description, and no, it's in the description. You just got to make sure you actually read the whole description, not what you feel like skipping over and skimming through. Literally, just read it real quick and make sure you got the right cable. And that reason why we went Microsquirt, it's plug and play. So that's another thing I'm gonna address. So you're buying this thing. One of the main things you're gonna have a problem. Well, you're gonna have a problem with is just you're looking for tuning options for these things nowadays, and everybody just gonna say probably Microsquirt. Why go that way? I mean, out of everything, and why not go Holley? And my only real answer is just be fucking different. How do people see with Holley at the track and Holley around here? They aren't even tuning their own shit. They're just crying and I went and got Holley. It's like, but they can't tune their shit. Or they don't want to do anything. They don't want to mess anything up. They want somebody else to do it. Blah, 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 blah. But I went and got Holley for the self-tuning. It's like, yeah, self-tuning. So, self-tuning helps, but you need to make your own corrections and do your own math and stuff. But apparently not. So, but yeah, I was just so fucking confused at that point on why is everybody going to go get Holley. Microsquirt has self-tuning, but we're not doing that. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I might do it for a little bit to mess around, but I'm not depending on it. As my crutch and send it off to a guy. It's just that's the point of you buying an ECU. You can tune it yourself, so you can tune it yourself. So yeah. Enough with the rant. So the only way we can plug this sn95 harness, which that's what I forgot to mention. sn95 harness is out of a 94 and 95 Mustang GT. You're not going to be able to plug into your 99 Mustang for the Mustang harness, body control harness, just simply because of the fact of these terminals are not the same. So what you're gonna have to do is get a harness off of another car, which I wish I would have known in the first place, because I would have just pulled the harness there. And you know, hey, stop. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm done. Stop. Hey, no, that's enough. So, yeah. But yeah, I wish I would have known that to grab the body harness, because I would have grabbed it if I would have known all that stuff. But, you know, anyways, getting down to it, we grabbed 2 harnesses, one for a 94 and one for a 95. There's a 99 ECU out of the 4.6. And, yeah, I'm gonna have to body swap it. But I might not put the dash back. I might not put a lot of shit back, just for the sheer point of why do it. It's not a street car, and I mean, this is just something to see if it works. So when I do it in another car, it's pretty much a, you know, it just go. I mean, I can just go from there. I don't have to take everything apart again. It's just like, okay, well, fuck it. I don't care about this car. Pull it apart, grab the harness, and throw it into another car. So I'm not looking into trying to save some shit. I'm trying to just, a lot of the interior pieces have been sold off or given away. So whatever else is just here, getting ready to be repurposed in a way. I mean, if you want to call it that. So, but yeah, most of the body harness is up by now. These are pulled over right here, up through the carpet. You know, but we went Microsquirt just for the sheer fact of price, and I want to learn, and this is a good learning curve. And then I still want, you know, gauges to work in the car, and see if I can get them to work, so I can perfect this swap and kind of make it a thing. Another reason for the Microsquirt is it's just plug and play. I mean, there's no much simpler than that. Stop. You know, this goes right into there. Line up you see right there, tap that right there, and see right there and right there, and screw it in, and this goes right into your Microsquirt. And another good thing about Microsquirt is that they label their wires. See, O2. Where's the other? There it is. O2 number 2, and that's it. I mean, you have your tuning cable, and they do have, you know, they do send you with extra pins, so you can go ahead and add in other I guess other capabilities. So along with that, you get your extra pins right here. Like I haven't even opened this bag up yet, and I'll probably open it later on. You know, that's the gist of it. So before the rain picks up anymore, let's get down to it. Back seat's gone. Most of the back is gone. I mean, these amplifiers are coming out. To do anything with the convertibles, you're gonna have to remove this roll bar before you can get to the door panels, to take off the speaker harness. But you know, it's work, but it gives me something to do. I gotta eventually clean out a lot of shit in here. You know, I've been learning to get rid of shit. I just gave away a riding mower for $20 after I won an electrical mower, so it's a matter of you know, I'm learning to let shit go so I can make room for better shit. And just, you gotta eventually learn to let go of shit that you don't want to do anything with, or shit you're not gonna do anything with. So here in a bit, about to cover up the back of the car because it still has this fucking rip. Try to cover that up real quick, and then, you know, look, probably might do a little bit of more work inside of here. Gotta clean shit up, get rid of some shit, and start a pile of throwing back in the truck so I can go dumping some of the shit at work on Monday. So But I'm debating on putting the dash back in. I mean, if I gotta use it to mount the steering wheel, that would be the only way that I keep the dash. But if I can find another way to mount that steering wheel, yeah, just best believe I'm not gonna put the dash back in, especially for this. I mean, I'll cover up the harness best I can and clean it up, and to keep people from fucking with it. And mount my seats, mount the ECU up top somewhere right here, cover all this shit in, rip it all out. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm trying to save anything at this point. So, and then go from there. I mean, shit, if it comes down to it, I'll rip all that out right there and mount the ECU in there, make a box for the ECU, and a serial port where I can literally keep one in, well, kind of hard mount the serial port out in there, and then to a male and then a female to a USB. So I would just be plugging in by USB, to this laptop. So, but it'd be all tied into one little port. I've seen a lot of race cars coming with that, where they have a USB just mounted on a flat surface. Well, USB mounted in there somewhere. Or you're just plugging in the cable. You're not dealing with trying to get to the serial cable, screw it in and everything. And but yeah, or I might just go the wireless option. I mean, I'm still debating. It's just a lot of things available that are coming available for this stuff, and I'm just learning on what I like and my preferences, and just is it easier to do it, or is it harder, or is it worth it to do it in the long run? But yeah, quick little update. That's what we got going. Yeah, but I still continue to search for another car. Hopefully I can get my hands on a 94, 95, 96, or 97, I believe, or I think 98 too, car, and just be able to do a plug and play, because I think the harness is still the same on that car, just the engine harness is different, but it should be plug and play. But if I have to do another sn90, not SN, newish car, I'm gonna have to do a body harness, and I'm gonna make sure it looks clean. But everybody should know my preference at this point. I don't like convertible, so it'll have to be a hard top car, and color doesn't really bother me. I mean, shit, it can be anything, just as long as it does its purpose. So this is just a stepping stone / learning curve on what it takes to get this back empty. This back came out pretty good, ripping up some shit, and it came out pretty fair and easy. And then of course, where the harness leads to, because I was confused about, let me see if I can, should be over there, like things like this right, like that, and that's which I didn't know that was a O2 extension for the, I think my car came with 2 O2 sensors, well, 2 on each side, 2 for the left bank and 2 for the right bank. So that threw me off until I realized what it was, and it's like that connector looks familiar and it turned out to be an O2. So yeah, sorry about sniffling. It's just I just got through cutting trees and screwing my allergies. Houston has been heavy with pollen. Even if some of you guys came down here for Texas 2K, I mean, they were complaining about how heavy it was, and it's getting worse every day. I don't know if the freeze had anything to do with it, but the pollen's everywhere. It's yellow. The streets are yellow some days if it's allowed to settle. Sidewalks, cars. I mean, shit. Even the dog, if she lays out in the sun too long, she starts to get yellow flakes all over her. But yeah, looks like a hornet's nest of wires and stuff. But I mean, I know what's different. I mean, what's the separated, but best way. I mean, everything forward right here. See, yeah, that's all body harness. Everything right here. So engine harness for the sn95. So shifter right there. And I'm gonna be working on the trans tunnel, probably a little bit more, and make it more accessible for me. Like I said, I'm just trying to figure out some things, what I like and what I want to do, and what it's going to take to do it. I'm trying to make it to where, I can access things pretty quick on these cars. And if I can perfect this swap, I mean, people might want to start coming to me for them. I'm working on some other projects with CNC related things, as far as turbo setups and stuff. So if it gets down to it, I might be building a turbo setup for the 4.6s. I don't know a lot of them out there. I haven't seen a lot of them out there, and the ones I do see, they're over the top, where they're, you know, expensive as fuck. And I'm just like, there's a problem right there. When you see 8 LS, you know, just headers and everything, turbo headers and everything out there for around less than $250, and the closest thing you get to a 4.6 is well beyond that. So hopefully I'll be fixing it where I can make a bare bones hot side kit, and I mean, pretty much it's up to you how you want it built from there. But till then, it's just a quick little update, and I'll be working on a car next weekend since I'll be finally off, and I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm not coming in on my weekend. I'm just gonna tell them, hey, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're not gonna run me into the dirt and not ask the other people to do the same. So till then, peace out. I got some work to do, and some neighbors to piss off, so